What up, everybody? The Raising Kanan official trailer is out now, and it's confirmed that Rock is alive, but at the same time it also looks like Lou dies to save Rock in a similar way that Diamond did when he saved Jannard in Power Book Force. Because the only clip of Lou from the trailer that it showed, other than him at Rock's house where Season 4 left off when Kanan was confronting Rock, was a scene from Season 3, Episode 3, titled Open for Business, when he was helping Jukebox record her song for the auditions for the group Butter. The other clips of Lou in the trailer is where he's at Rock's house, probably overhearing the conversation between Rock and Kanan. Then it shows him what looks to be jumping in front of Rock and pushing her out the way, the same way that Diamond saved Jannard. Then there's also a funeral scene where Rock warns Kanan that he's never had an enemy like her, and he tells her that she's been his enemy his whole life. So this is likely Lou's funeral that they're at, because we know they're not at Joyce's after she died in Season 4, because the fact that Kanan visited her gravesite already in Season 4. The trailer also shows a couple different clips of Marvin and Rock each at this graveyard. The trailer starts out showing Kanan with 50 Cent, aka OG Kanan the narrator, saying, "If you didn't hate me before, you're gonna hate me now." So based on the trailer, it looks like Kanan is gonna be at war with Marvin and Rock in Season 5 because of the fact that he killed Lou. As one scene shows Rock telling Marvin, "If you do this, there's no turning back." The same thing that Ghost told Tariq before Tariq shot him, with Marvin replying, "Already ain't no turning back," as it shows Marvin shooting up Kanan's trap house and attacking Kanan. So now we know why one of the earlier teasers showed Kanan all beat up, because Marvin attacks him not for killing Rock, but likely for killing Lou. So Kanan killed Lou and made an enemy out of Rock and Marvin over a lie. And when it's exposed that he got played by Snaps and Pop, it's not like he's going to be able to take back what he did. And with that said, the narrator OG Kanan also says in the trailer, "You do this shit long enough, lies become the truth." But the war with Kanan isn't the only war that Rock and Marvin are about to get into, as another scene shows Marvin asking Rock how many wars does she plan on getting into, as Rock tells Marvin as many as it takes to win. So we know that they're going to be at war with Kanan, but there's also Stefano Marchetti and the Italian Mafia, as it shows Kanan uniting with Stefano, as they now have a common enemy in Rock and Marvin, as Stefano tells Kanan that things with Rock could get messy, and Kanan tells Stefano to do what he has to do. And we already know that in Season 4, Rock and Marvin were at war with Unique, and there's nothing from the Season 5 trailer that indicates this has changed, as the trailer shows Marvin storming into Unique's tailor shop and destroying things. So Marvin and Rock might initially think it was Unique who put Kanan up to shooting Rock, while Snaps and Pop continue to keep their hands clean. But when it comes to Kanan being against his family and Unique's part in everything, Unique tells Kanan, "You know what they say about family. You can't live with them, and you can't live with them." And at the point when Marvin asks Rock how many wars was she trying to have at the same time, it also showed Marvin get into a shootout with what looked to be Breeze. So as Breeze is Kanan's new partner, he's going to be right in the middle of Kanan's war with his family, and potentially even fueling the fire that his aunt and uncle already started, putting Kanan versus his family. So when it comes to Kanan's family, it looks like the only person left in Kanan's corner is Jukebox, as the trailer shows Kanan and Jukebox talking at the diner, with Kanan telling Juke that Rock's already dead to him. So Jukebox is basically gonna be stuck in the middle of everything going on with Kanan, Marvin, and Rock. So while they're preoccupied with each other, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Jukebox who ultimately finds out the truth about Snaps and Pop, as the trailer shows Snaps saying that they got to protect their investment. And as Snaps is saying this, the trailer shows Breeze beating somebody up. So it appears that Breeze is loyal to Snaps and Pop, but at the same time the trailer also shows Breeze telling Kanan that his mom is out the game and everyone else needs to get the fuck out the way. So this could be talking about Unique, Marvin, and potentially even his aunt and uncle Snaps and Pop Henry. Another scene shows Breeze giving Kanan a gun, and another with Breeze telling Kanan that things are about to get bigger and his pockets are gonna get fatter. Breeze also has a scene in the trailer where it shows him walking through a hospital. So this is a very interesting scene concerning who is Breeze going to visit in the hospital. And the last scene with Breeze to talk about is the same clip from the other teaser that shows him and Kanan looking at a fire. I have a feeling this is likely Kanan and Breeze burning somebody's product or something like that, similar to how Tommy and Diamond burnt down Miguel's warehouse in Force. And with all the wars that Rock and Marvin are going to be in Season 5, another clip shows Rock breaking down on the ground crying. So this could be Rock grieving over Lou, or potentially later in the season even finding out that something happened to Marvin. In addition to the graveyard scenes that I mentioned earlier in the video, the trailer also shows both Kanan and Marvin in church scenes, with Marvin walking out of a church and Kanan in a church what seems to be looking down at a casket before he puts his hoodie on and walks out. So with all these wars that Rock is fighting, she's going to need an ally. And with that said, it looks like Rock potentially turns to Pino Bernardi, boss of the Manhattan Mafia. As the clip it shows of him in the trailer shows what looks to be the back of Rock's head. So as Stefano and Kanan side together, Rock could potentially side with Pino and Bernardi. Keep it in mind, even though Breeze tells Kanan that Rock's out the game in the trailer, we also know that Rock is who has the connection to Hafiz, who the mob's gonna need to get in contact with after Marvin killed Quan in Season 4. After the death of Crystal in Season 4, it looks like Kanan has moved on, as it shows him hooking up with a girl in the trailer. So a big question is this Kanan with his baby mama, Jarita? Because we know that's a character who will come into play at some point. And the little we know about Jarita based on her character from Power is that she was loyal to Kanan and he trusted her. But at the same time, they also had their issues, as it seemed like their issue was likely because Kanan was always running the streets and hooking up with other girls. But as the trailer shows Kanan hooking up with this girl, it also has OG Kanan the narrator saying, "This is just the beginning of what I ended up becoming." A clue that is Jarita, who Kanan's hooking up with in the trailer. The trailer also shows that same scene from the first teaser with Kanan shaking hands with someone who it still doesn't show. And like I said before, I believe this is Kanan and Ghost, and that's why they're still not showing who he's with in that scene. And there you have it. The final season of Raising Kanan drops June 12th. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.